Hello and welcome to another Breakfast Club Pattaya video. Now, who remembers growing up and watching all of those amazing sports stars on TV? If you were from England and you only had a few channels, we were lucky enough to have Eric Bristow, Jimmy White, and obviously as time's gone on, sport has become more and more popular. It's been broadcast all around the world, and none more so than right here in Pattaya, because today we are at the famous Witherspoons bar right here on Soi Buakhao. And if it's sport that you're actually interested in, nobody does sport like Witherspoons. But we're not here for the sport, because obviously we are the Breakfast Club. We are here today because three of the dishes that they've just basically got on the menu, some of our reporters on the Breakfast Club Pattaya Facebook have already picked up on this. So it's time for us to go check them out. Okay, so let's get down to some basic information about Witherspoons, okay? First of all, it's right on the end of Soi Buakhao. It actually, it's down towards the market. It actually, many years ago, used to be the other end of town when it was just very much a single unit, okay? But now it's down here, and it is one of the biggest sports bars in Pattaya. Today, we're here to try out three of their most popular dishes. Okay, so we're gonna go for a full English, okay, because they've changed the breakfast. It's a brand new breakfast menu. Secondly, this is what everyone on the Breakfast Club on my food page has been raving about. They've got some new pies on and a really nice minced beef and onion homemade pie, which I can't wait to try out. And thirdly, one of their best-selling dishes, and they literally sell between 300 and 400 of these on a bad week, okay? It is their Sunday roast. Now, in the past, we've done Sunday carveries, we've done high-end. This is an absolutely amazing, really good value for money Sunday dinner, and we're gonna be showcasing all three of those dishes at Witherspoons today, so stick around on this one. All right, okay, so this is the big breakfast, and it is out, and I have to say, right, first things first, right, you can really tell the difference between the budget breakfast in Pattaya, which are like 99 baht, and one that's a level up, which is 270 baht. Now, first things first, okay, sausage quality, right? This is one big bad boy sausage, and when you cut into it, what you can actually see, okay, is it's actually loaded with meat. Now, a little trick that some of the budget places do on the 99 baht ones, okay, is the sausages are basically pumped up with water, with fat, so you're not really getting any sausage meat, okay? You get what you pay for here at 270 baht. Now, you've got bubble and squeak, a hash brown. Look at the size, by the way, of the black pudding, right? That is absolutely enormous, okay? It's a proper thick piece of black pudding. You've got grilled tomatoes, you've got baked beans. Hold on one second. They're imported Branston, okay? So it's not our old friend Henry Hines, but they're Branston baked beans. Then you've got here mushrooms, which are difficult to get onto a fork, but there we go. Cooked lovely. You've also got really, really good quality bacon, okay? Thick bacon, all right? Not thin, proper bacon. Now, it also comes with 2 slices of toast. Now, if you want, you can have it a slice of fried bread. They're very, very good here. Butter and with jam. And I've got to show you, right, because one of my pet hates in some places is where they mess about and they give you a tiny, tiny mug of tea, right, with hardly any in it. But look at the size of this mug, and it is absolutely rammed full with your milk here, okay? This is 270 baht. Now, I've had this a few times, okay? And I have to say, as a breakfast, I've eaten at Heathrow Airport before and they charge like 25, 30 quid. And I know some people to say, well, no, we're in Pattaya and everything like that. But I have to say, for the money, for 270 baht, this is an absolute quality breakfast. And those sausages, they're absolute class. The thing is with pies, in the 1970s and the 1980s back in the UK, right, pies kind of went out of fashion because a lot of the pubs, they were just reheating old frozen pies. They don't do that here. Now this is minced beef and onion, mashed potato, or you can have steak cut chips, gravy, baked beans, or mushy peas. You would normally only have one or two of those, okay? You would never have both. Now, these are all homemade pies and they're following traditional minced beef and onion, okay, recipe. Now, when we cut into it here, my God, that is absolutely loaded with minced beef and onion, and it's homemade pastry, which makes all the difference. Now, what I'm gonna do, this is the homemade pastry. You dunk that in. Oh my God, I've lost it. It's drowning in the homemade gravy. Now, I'm gonna have a big piece of this. These are available on the menu every single day. It's a brand spanking new recipe, minced beef and onion mash, and it's 285 baht. And I'm telling you, that is as good as any gourmet pie, okay, that you would get in the UK. They have cooked that to perfection. The pastry is really flaky. Now, one of the reasons why the pastry is so good, okay, is because A, it's homemade, but B, I know they're using really good quality butter. Now, what they also do, and you'll hear me driving you mad in my videos about attention to detail, because the eye is always in the detail. The gravy is not out of a packet, it's homemade. So when you actually pour it all over, it's proper, thick, rich gravy. This is 285 baht, but it's worth every penny because it's not one of those cheap pies that basically hasn't got any filling. It's loaded with filling, good quality pastry, comes with mashed potato. These are Branston baked beans. And if you prefer, you could have normal regular garden peas, by the way, or mushy peas. Or you could just have both. What's not to like? Beans are good, mushy peas are good, pastry is good, mashed potato is absolutely on point. Let's give it a go. Homemade mash, you can't beat it. Nothing, everything here prepared with love. Very, very impressed. Now I understand why so many people on my Facebook group have been mentioning how good the pies are here at Witherspoons. This is absolutely phenomenally good. Okay, this is the Witherspoons Sunday dinner, okay? And this is what I call mid-price range, okay? It's not your 750, 800 baht carveries or your 495 carveries or your 500 baht plated dinners. This is what you get for 295 baht. So I would say that this is mid-range, okay? But mid-range and average, this is far from it, okay? Everything that's on this plate for the money, for 295 baht, I rate as one of the best Sunday dinners in town. And do you know what? You don't have to take my word for it. The fact is they sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these every single Sunday. 295. Now, I'm going to show you the level of detail and everything that you actually get on this plate. First of all, the Yorkies. They're not messing about here with the Yorkies. Again, these are all homemade. They're not pre-bought in, they're homemade Yorkies. Now, we just literally open them like that, and that goes straight into the homemade gravy, okay? They are beautiful. They're so nice. They're light, they're fluffy. They're fantastic. Now, they haven't forgotten anything on the detail here, okay? Roast potatoes. Can you hear that? They're crispy on the outside, and I know that they're fluffy on the inside. And that is the absolute secret to a really great roast potato. Now, they've got cauliflower cheese, which is always good. 3 big chunks of cauliflower cheese. You've got mashed potato. You've got all of your veg as well. You've got a little bit of homemade stuffing as well. They don't use the powdered stuff here. This is homemade stuffing. And by the way, the chef that served us said, if anyone wants a little bit more, you can always ask. So that's never a problem, okay? Now, the meat here, you've got beef, lamb, pork, and chicken. And by the way, right, look how thick they are. And this is the standard portion. This is not a, oh, you're a YouTuber, you get... This is the standard portion that every single Sunday mixed gets. And it's 295 baht. You can tell why it's so unbelievably popular. Look at the size of the chicken. Look how thick that is, right? That is absolutely incredible. But it's also cooked fresh, so it's nice and juicy. There's no wonder, in my opinion. Why Witherspoons has got such a good reputation for just great pub grub. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to be doing the rating on all three of those dishes literally a little bit later. Got to stick around, okay? Witherspoons, as I mentioned earlier, has been going over 20 years in Pattaya, and we are very, very honoured today because one of the best managers in town is actually joining us on the channel. It's Dino from Witherspoons. Welcome to Breakfast Club Pattaya. Thank you very, very much. Now, okay, I know you're used to getting a few easy questions, but this is the Breakfast Club Pattaya quiz. Welcome, Dean, okay? I've got 10 quick-fire questions for you, okay? And you've got to give us the answer. Now, I've had to write these down because I'm actually not that good. So, first things first, what football team do you support?
Charlton Athletic.
Okay. Your top 3 sportsmen of all time?
Ricky Hatton, Paul Gascoigne, and Jimmy White, maybe.
3 absolutely brilliant choices there as well. Who's the biggest celebrity to ever come in Witherspoons?
To be honest, it's Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton, yeah, absolutely. He was an absolute legend and we miss him. What's the most popular sport watched in the bar?
Premier League, to be honest, by far.
Okay.
But we do all the American sports.
True or false, you once played former world snooker champion Ken Doherty at pool?
True.
Did you win?
Yes, I did.
Have you been dining out on that victory ever since?
Oh, I made the most of it that night.
It was a fantastic win, actually. I've seen the video on it. We'll see if we can maybe get some pictures of that up. Okay, right, and let's talk about a little bit. We've just had some of the food here. I'm going to be doing the rating later. What is the best-selling dish that you actually currently do in Witherspoons?
The Sunday roast, by far.
I'll tell you what, it's an absolute cracker, isn't it? What are the opening times of Witherspoons? Because I know they do change occasionally.
Well, during the week, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We open up for the breakfast and that. And last orders is midnight.
Yeah.
And then at the weekend, I stay open till about 2:30, 3 o'clock for the late Saturday night game.
How many people does this place hold on a normal Saturday with all the sport on? How many people?
We're getting about 160, 170 customers at the moment, okay. But we're actually going to make it even bigger in the next month or so.
I have heard that the Roman Empire is expanding north over that way, okay? So,
yeah.
So you think the capacity will go from 150 to 250 perhaps?
Yeah, there'll be at least another 60, 80 customers in there for sure.
There's one other thing that I'm going to present to you, Dean. I do think you are one of the best managers, not just from me, but a lot of people say it. And when you see this video, congratulations, you're getting the Golden Pint as one of the best managers and pub landlord and old-fashioned hospitality you show to so many people when they come in here. It doesn't matter what team it is, he really does try his best. If it's possible, he puts it on. And we're going to wish Witherspoons all the very best for the continuation of high season, the World Cup, and onwards and beyond. So thank you very much again for letting us in, Dino, and good luck for the future.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Okay, it's time for the ratings. Now, I'm not going to make any bones about it. Witherspoons is one of my favourite bars and pubs in Pattaya. I've been visiting Witherspoons for over 20 years. I get on very well with Dean. He is an absolutely terrific guy. But we've actually got to rate the food. Now, food here is incredibly popular right across the board, but I score it really highly in terms of the ingredients and in terms of the work, the effort and the preparation that they put in. I rate it, I really do rate it. In terms of value for money, I think it's unbeatable. So in terms of value for money, I'm gonna give Witherspoons a 10 out of 10. They're also brilliant with relation to customer service. There's literally nothing that they won't do for you here. 10 out of 10 as well on the customer service. Overall, I think the food is a really good solid choice. I think it's an 8 out of 10 across the board on everything. And I'm going to award Witherspoons the silver spoon, okay? Because this is one of those places that you should definitely have on your list if you're looking for great value for money and really good quality food. It is one of the places that I would recommend. But I'm giving that pie a 10 out of 10. That is as good as any of the gourmet pies that you'll get in London. It was absolute class. So brilliant, brilliant job from the team here at Witherspoons. I've absolutely loved doing this one. The breakfast is spot on, pie I loved, and their roast dinner, I can see why they're so popular. It really will have you covered without breaking the bank, and I think that's really, really important, because I know there's a few of you that are going to be watching the pennies again this year, aren't we all? Thank you so much for watching Breakfast Club Pattaya. Thank you so much for all of those people that are clicking like and subscribing. We're getting bigger every single video. So do you know what? I'll see you on the next one.